I should be able to hear me now. Anybody out there can confirm in the chat if you guys can hear me. And if you can, I can go ahead and get started. This is a crazy day because literally I had this stream set up for those of you guys who were tuned into my YouTube channel. I actually had this stream set up to actually start at 4:30 Eastern, because usually UPS shows up at my house at 1 o'clock, and they decided to show up today at 4 o'clock of all days, or sorry, 4:30 at all days. And I had to record a quick unboxing, for YouTube and stuff. I wanted to have my first unboxing experience recorded, so I had to do that real quick. And then the controllers don't come fully charged. They only have like 30 minutes to charge, so I've had those plugged in for the last half hour to get those charging and as much as possible. So it's been a fun, crazy day. I literally have only unboxed this thing. I have the PlayStation, of course, turned on, as you guys can see here on the lower right-hand corner, but I have not done anything else. We're going to all be doing this for the first time. This is my first time with hands-on impressions with the PSVR2. Obviously, I have experience, for those of you guys who are tuning in for the first time, I have experience playing on the Quest. I have the original Quest sitting over there. I have the Quest 2. I have the Quest Pro. I also have the HTC Vive Pro 2 that I use for PC VR. So I have experience kind of all over the place, whether it's wireless VR and I obviously have the PSVR original as well. But I have not done anything with this PlayStation VR. It's sitting here right next to me. Again, I have not turned this thing on, and I can prove it here on camera, as you guys can see. I haven't even taken the cable off the wire yet. I haven't literally done nothing with it. We're going to do this all for the first time, so we can go ahead and get this thing going. So we're going to go ahead and untangle these cables. Oh, what I will say, when I unboxed it, is it was really interesting to kind of get in there and realize how dark everything was. Even though I didn't have anything on the PSVR, you can tell that, like, they fixed the light leakage that the PSVR 1 had. When I'm in VR, I want to be engrossed. I don't want to have light leakage coming in or anything like that. So that was good to see, even right off the bat, without even turning this thing on. But you can see the cable's about 14 feet or so. So definitely a long cable. People have talked about using extenders already and stuff, but it seems like the ones that people are having the most success with are 1 meter, so essentially 3.3 feet. I'm looking for something a little bit longer because I'm trying to do something else with it. But we are plugging this in for the first time, guys, right here to the front of my PS5. I just plugged in the headset, and we are now going to, I see the red light right there. It looks a little orange for you guys, but it's red for me. And we're going to go ahead and power this thing on together for the first time. It gave me a little rumble. That was interesting. The whole headset rumbled there. And let's go ahead and go full screen here on the scene here. Just to get a closer view of the PS5. Of course, there's an update. Who's surprised here? So hopefully this doesn't take too long. But let that do its thing here. All right, here we go. That was quick enough, unless if it's downloading in the background. So let's go ahead and get into this. So it says setting up your PlayStation VR 2. Get ready for an immersive experience on your PlayStation VR 2 to get started set up. Obviously, my thing is in the way, but I can see what it says mostly. We can go ahead and get started. Connect the stereo headphones to your VR headset. Already did that. And just to show you guys really quickly, it is really cool because they kind of just dangle on the side, and it's kind of just like put in right here. Just like that. They kind of just dangle on here, and then when you're not using them, you can kind of just put them here on the side, this little clip here, and they kind of just sit right there, so it kind of feels like it's all integrated into the headset and stuff, which is cool. So we can go ahead and separate from that. So we're going to go ahead and hit done here. And now it wants us to pair the Sense controllers. I can't wait to try these things, of course. Like I said, I've had these kind of sitting right next to me charging. So let's go ahead and pair these. Let's pair the first one. Your Sense controller R is now connected via USB cable. Next, pair your controller by pressing the PlayStation button. So we're going to pair it on the first one here. So we got that one paired. And then we got the other one sitting over here as well. That's connected. And now both of them are paired. Simple as that. So these are all paired and ready to go. Unplug the USB cables from your PlayStation VR Sense controllers and put them within easy reach. Alright, so we are now going to unplug these. Hopefully it's got enough charge here to last us for a while. They are now unplugged. We're going to go ahead and hit next. They are within easy reach. Before use a health and safety warning. Alright. Clear some space to enjoy a safe VR experience. Set up your room properly. You know that stuff. Typical stuff for when you set up a VR headset and stuff like that. Next, turn on the lights in your room. You do have lights turned on. Next, check the brightness of your room using the camera on your VR headset. Hold your VR headset at face level and then press the X button to check for function. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this headset here. So it looks like it wants us to hit the button on the bottom to check. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring this out a little bit off my little area here. This is where I usually play, so we're just going to go ahead and hit this. Brightness check is complete, so we're good with that. Okay, so that is all good. Oh, it wants me to press and hold that button again. This is kind of showing you that you can, rock this back and forth. As you guys can see there, to put it on, little button on the top. No different than the other PlayStation VR that we've had in the past. We also have the headband release on the back here. So there's a button on the back of this headset here. Just like the original PSVR, just a little bit differently designed, as you guys can see right there on camera. And you basically can hold it in and then stretch the band to fit your face, as you guys can see. It stretches the band. And then you obviously tighten it with the back when it's on your head, just like the original PSVR. So nothing too different on there. So now it's telling me to put on the PlayStation VR. Now, of course, when I have VR on, obviously I can't see the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys kind of on my phone, so that way I can check it every once in a while when I'm playing games and you guys have questions or whatever it may be. So let's go ahead and see. If I could find my own live stream real quick so I can just join it. There it is. Just gonna have the chat up, that way I can at least see what everyone is doing here. And if anyone has any questions while we're streaming, then they can ask. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these on for the first time. I'm gonna take this off here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. And I'm putting these on for the first time. So, I'm gonna go ahead and first rock this back. I am going to push this back. And it's telling me to put the snug on my face. I can see everything that I'm looking for. 1 second. Trying to see if this has... I almost forgot to look to make sure this thing doesn't have any plastic or anything like that. It doesn't look like it. Which I'm surprised. Usually the lenses have some sort of shield on top of them, but I guess not. So we're going to go ahead and put that right on our face just like that. Tighten the front, tighten the back. We're going to have to play with this, of course, as time goes on here. We're going to go ahead and hit done. If I can, find my actual controllers here. We're going to go ahead. And getting used to these Sense controllers is going to be interesting because obviously I don't really know where left and right is on these controllers because I haven't used them yet. So it's going to be interesting. So obviously this is the X one as I just hit it. And if I can feel for the other controller that I know is around me somewhere. Put on your stereo headphones. So it wants me to put on the headphones here on the side. So I'm just going to grab these for the time being. And put them in my ear. We can go ahead and put the other one in my ear. They are both officially in my ear. To make sure you can see the stingray clearly, adjust the lens so that your eyes are positioned in the middle. So obviously I have this way wrong. This is exactly why they have this, because my headset is apparently on crooked. So let's see if we can fix this for them by adjusting the strap here. Let's see what this actually wants this. This feels right to me. Then you can also have the dial here at the top to adjust the lens. So definitely don't want it like that. Looks like that's really close to where it needs to be, but just a hair off. Here we go. Okay, so right there seems to be a good spot. I think we're good right there. Okay. Oh, then we got the view of everything I can see here. Now I can actually, use the pass-through. And the pass-through, first impressions, never seeing it on a PlayStation VR controller before, the headset before, until now, is that this looks really good. I mean, it is black and white. It's not colored like it would be on the Oculus Quest or anything, but it does look really good, as you guys can see here. Everything is black and white that I look around, but everything looks really good. It definitely has better quality black and white compared to the Oculus Quest 2. This looks a little bit clearer and a little bit easier to see than the black and white on the Quest 2, but obviously it's not in color. But still, it does the job. I can see my iced tea can here if I want to drink some iced tea. No, I can't read my phone. Like if I wanted to see the chat right now, I can struggle to read a little bit of the fact that I can see my name on here, but this is I can't read the text of whatever I said there. It's too hard to read that text there, so it's not suitable for necessarily reading small text on a phone. But put your hands on the grips. How to use your PlayStation VR Sense controllers. So it's going to tell you to hit next on there. It's going to go ahead and go through this. It's going to tell you this is L1, R1, R2, and R2. We know that stuff already. This is the create button on this side here, alright, and then these are the options. So that's good to know because I didn't know which side was which because I didn't notice. Press and hold the options button on the direction you're facing as the front. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So this is my front, so we go ahead, that's how you reset your center. And now we're going to do the eye tracking. So eye tracking is of course the new thing in PlayStation VR 2 here. PlayStation VR 2 tracks the movement of your eyes. During adjustment, follow the red dot with your eyes without moving your head. The screen will switch between black and white. So let's go ahead and do it. It's pitch black in here, by the way. You can tell OLEDs are crazy. I mean, that was a good representation of how good the colors of black look. And man, the screen is bright right now. Eye tracking adjustment is complete. Try out by looking at the surrounding dots. It definitely works really well. So this is essentially right now looking at my eyes, and exactly where I look is exactly where it goes, like instantly. Like as I look around, that is working like without me even thinking about it. It's kind of crazy. All right, set up your play area. Set an area that you can play safely in VR. So let's go ahead and get to that, shall we? I'm gonna move the camera a little bit up so you guys can see things a little bit better. So you can see my room a little bit better, and we'll see what that looks like when I get up. Of course, but make sure I don't trip on any wires here. There's some wires all over the place. Let's go ahead and set this up, shall we? Let's go ahead and get this chair out of the way, shall we? Since we're not going to be doing a lot of sitting games today, at least not for the time being, so we'll just move this and rock this over here. Like I said, the cable is pretty long, so you can see in my play space here, I do have the PlayStation VR right on the floor. Make sure that this doesn't get tangled here. So that is the length of the cable that I have going on here, so I can reach the end of my play space with no issues. And kind of play around. This is exactly how much length I would want. I just need an extension because I usually have a PlayStation VR in the other room, so it'd be nice to not have to unplug it all the time. But either way. All right, so let's go ahead and ceiling and the wall. Look at this. This is pretty cool. How you can actually see it. Like, it can see all my objects, see all of the objects all over the room, see my room. Kind of wild. Look like I'm in a sci-fi with the way this is going on. This is really cool. It's inspecting all the room. Alright, room scan is complete. Set the floor height. Look at the floor of your play area. Should appear to be level with your room. It is perfectly leveled out. You see that? Well, nice little touch with the X square, circle, triangle PlayStation there. How do you want to play? We're going to be standing. Look at the floor to see your play area. Add or remove parts of your play area to fit the layout of your room. So this actually already did most of the work for me, as you guys can see, and honestly, it did a pretty good job when it scanned my room. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing just to adjust it a little bit, just by doing that right there. And that's the first time I felt the adaptive triggers, which is really cool. But I'm going to go ahead and just stretch it out just a little bit. This is right there. But I could leave that there. But this is pretty solid with how it's set it up. I mean, the fact that it even went around this little My Little Pony thing I have going on over there, and this area right here shows you how accurate that room scanning was. So that's pretty cool to see. All set. Finish editing. I will also tell you guys that reading the text on all this is really comfortable. I'm not straining my eyes to read anything. Resolution is good enough to read the text without me being like, I can't read what that says. Like back in the day on the Quest 1, you had to like squint to read what was there. It's not happening here. Your play area is smaller than 6 feet by 6 feet. You won't be able to use some games and apps that require room scale. I'm going to have to edit this again because I definitely need 6 feet by 6 feet. Otherwise, it's going to not let me play certain games. So I might just do this and move that in a minute and move that out of the way. I don't know if that's the portion that's technically complaining about. And I'm just going to do that right there. Because I definitely need to be able to, of course, play room scale. Let's see if that's on here with it. Yep, it just needed that little bit over there because it was cut off by that, so I'll have to move that. Because I was going to say, I played room scale VR games and all the other games, so this should be enough. Alright, so there's my VR space. Pretty good space. And I am all set. There we go. Going into the PlayStation menu for the first time. Oh man, this looks awesome. The blacks here are like nothing I've experienced before. The God rays are not that bad because I just saw white text on a black background there, and that's usually what gets it going, and I didn't see anything wrong there. So that's good to see. I mean, they are using Fresnel lenses, so of course you may see, you know, some issues there with God rays and stuff sometimes, but I remember back in the day, not even back in the day, just on the Quest 2 and on the HTC Vive Pro 2 I have, if that was white text on a dark background like that, I would have instantly seen God rays, but we'll see how that goes throughout the gameplay. It's time to experience the next generation of virtual reality with your PlayStation VR2. Use the following tips to learn about these handy features. Let's see what they have to say so you guys can see. Adjust VR settings anytime. You can change your settings whenever you want with PlayStation VR2 activity card in your control center. Cool. Set your surroundings. Press the function button anytime to view your surroundings and spot nearby objects. So that is like the black area that you guys could kind of bring up to see your surroundings and stuff, which is cool. Discover immersive games. Start playing right away by downloading games and demos and designed specifically for it. We don't need to do that because we've already done that and we have it right here in front of us. I have a catalog of my PlayStation VR2 games. So I have a lot of games here already. I might even be getting a couple more in the next couple of days that I'm still waiting on, but I got a lot of them. You can see GT7, Kayak, Moss 1 and 2, Pistol Whip, Dino, Zenith, The Last City, Thumper Village, Puzzle Places, Tentacular, After the Fall, Star Wars, Cosmonious High, Job Simulator, Horizon, Pavlov, Jurassic, Song of the Smoke, Cave Digger 2, Tetris Effect 2, Synth Riders, Townsfolk, and Zombieland Headshot Fever. So we have a lot of good stuff here to play. So I'm going to just go ahead and pop the headset off for a minute, see if anyone's chatting real quick, and see if you guys have any recommendations on what game you guys want to see first. Out of what you guys saw, I'm going to give you guys 2 or 3 minutes to kind of look at what I just said and see if you want me to play a specific game that you may want to see before others. Otherwise, I'll pick my own to start off with. But so far, first impressions are really high with this. I mean, the black levels of this is what really stands out. I haven't seen black levels this good in a VR headset in a while because all the VR headsets I own are not OLED. HTC Vive Pro isn't OLED. None of those things are OLED. So that's going to be interesting in and of itself. For some reason, I can't play. I don't have the drum game because I'm actually waiting for them to give me a code. I did email them, and they said that they were going to get back to me, and that's why I haven't bought the game myself. But it is a game I definitely want to try, and it's definitely something that will be on the channel, whether it's today or in a review. I mean, I'll keep checking my email here to kind of see where that's at. Sorry, I realize that I'm not in view anymore, because obviously... let me just see, now that I can see without the headset. You guys can see me pretty well, right? On camera, yeah, it looks like we're good when I'm on camera and stuff, so that's good. I'm having a much harder time focusing with glasses on than PSVR 1. So, one of the things that I first noticed, obviously I'm wearing contacts right now, but I do wear glasses myself. I just chose to not wear them on the stream because I didn't want to wear glasses today. I wanted to wear contacts because it's just easier. I can't wait to get inserts for these things. I always recommend everyone to get prescription lenses. I work with VR Wave. They haven't necessarily announced yet that they're going to do that, but I'm excited to see if they actually do PSVR 2 lenses, because I think that's the way to go for anyone who wears glasses. But what I will say is, when I first put that headset on, when we were doing this whole stream, and I didn't say it out loud because I knew something wasn't done yet. When I first put it on, and it tells you to put it on there in the beginning, everything was blurry, and I was like, oh, there's no way the headset's this blurry, obviously. When it got to the part where, if you guys were watching this whole stream, where it tells you to, like, finagle your headset and put it in the right spot based on your face and your lenses, that's where things really settled in, and then I was in the right spot. I thought I had the spot right the first time, because there is a sweet spot here that's smaller than the PlayStation VR 1. So when I first put it on, everything was blurry. I was like, this doesn't look good at all. I didn't say it out loud because I didn't say it out loud. Hey, thanks for subscribing there. And thanks for joining the Techie family here and joining us. But yeah, I mean, it was really surprising, actually, the fact that I put that thing on and I was like, wow, this doesn't look good at all. And then got in there, and then it didn't actually work out in the beginning. But then when I did the eye tracking stuff and I got that situated like you guys saw me do, then things worked out. So that's definitely something you should pay attention to. Make sure it's situated correctly. Follow that prompt and do that setup again if you need to. That situates the eyes directly in your face. That's how you know the headset's in the right spot, and then you should be good. At least that's exactly what I noticed when I put this on for the first time. You've ordered your second day and getting it in 5 days. Can't wait. Nice. Yeah, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was super excited. I wanted to have more time with this before I did this live stream to get it set up for you guys, but unfortunately, that didn't work out. So, out of these games in the library that you guys see here, as I scroll through here on my controller, is there something you guys want to see me do first? Otherwise, I'll probably pick something randomly myself. I'm interested to see Zombieland because the graphics are completely new. Even though Zombieland has existed on the Quest 2 and stuff that I've played before, this is a completely redone edition with completely new cel-shaded graphics and new levels and new weapons and stuff, so I'm excited to see that. I'm really excited to see all of these games for different reasons, but I kind of want to leave Horizons to last, only because I know that that's going to be the most graphically impressive game of all of them, and I kind of want to leave that for the end. But let me know, you guys in the chat, what you guys want to see, and then I'll give you guys a minute here while I look up something real quick. I am currently just sitting here looking for, let's see, something that I need. Oh, I have not left the room or anything. I'm still standing here, just specifically looking for something. So one of the things that is going to be a little bit annoying on this stream, and hopefully you guys can hear me and you guys can let me know if it becomes too much of an issue, is I'm using a mod mic right here. A really, really quality mic, a wireless mic. Unfortunately, I forgot until literally recently that I don't have... These mod mics go on and attach to the headset by a little clip. And the clip that I have here, I have for my other headsets, like it's on the Vive, but it attaches via, like, you know, it's a magnetic thing, but it's physically attached. I can't remove it from that headset and put it on this one. So I actually have to order these little magnets so I can put one on the PSVR 2 when I live stream and stuff. So I will have to do that to actually be able to, you know, put this on my head. So I'm going to have to, like, put this in the vicinity of where I'm playing. I'm going to put it over there in that corner when I start playing, and hopefully that's good enough. We said, we can hear you very clear when you were standing up. Okay, good. So then if that's the case, then I'm going to leave the mod mic exactly where it is right now and not even touch it, and kind of just leave it, hold on. I'm touching it right now, so you probably hear some noise. So I'm going to leave it right there because that's where it was before then. If you guys are saying you heard me clear when I was standing, then no issues with that. So, all right, so I see someone said you picked the game. Someone else said Zombieland would be cool to see. So, without further ado, then let's go ahead and get into some gameplay then, because I'm excited because all I saw was the beginning of this. Didn't see much else. So I will again, obviously I can't see the chat when I'm playing a game, but I will have the chat here on my phone. So every once in a while, like throughout the game, obviously I'll take the headset off and just look at the chat and see what's going on. I'll put my phone right here on the corner and kind of pick it up every once in a while. See if you guys have any questions about anything you guys see, but just know obviously while I'm playing that's impossible. I am going to start using just these right now. The headphones that come with this. After we play a couple games, I'm going to switch to something else that I want to try. We'll see if they actually work on here. They're headphones that I've used before, so we're going to go ahead and see if they actually work on here. But for now, I'm going to use the built-in ones just to see what they sound like and stuff. Yeah, so even when I put this on, if I don't put this on correctly, the sweet spot once you find it is really easy. Like, you just saw me do it. Once you get this thing on your head correctly, like, when I first put this on, this is blurry. If I just move this up a little bit, that's blurry. And someone's going to be like, oh, the graphics aren't good. Why is it so blurry? As soon as I shift it down a little bit, and I get it into my spot, and then I tighten this back here, and things are good, that is when you know things are good. And make sure you press the top button on the top to put it completely as close to your face as you can, because remember the FOV, the closer you can, the better. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Oh, I should probably put the headphones in my ears. That'd be useful. So, put these in my ear. We'll start off with some Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded. Like I said, I am excited for this game because even though this game has existed before, for those of us who are actually in the PSVR2 or VR space, we know that this game has actually been completely redone. So even though everyone knows the name and all these people are out there like, oh, there's no new games and stuff, this game essentially is new. Obviously, same type of gameplay. This is like Time Crisis type game where you're going through levels trying to beat them as fast as possible and trying to get headshots and all that kind of stuff. But still, I should probably try and put the strap on, I guess, if I can. If I can't do it while I'm here, can I put the strap on? Yeah, seems easy enough. I like these straps way better than the Quest Pro straps because I can actually, while I'm in the headset right now, I can tighten them as you guys are seeing me do. And on the Quest Pro, they're impossible to tighten because they're not very good straps and they're really hard to put on. And this one I can kind of just swing on my other hand, and look how much easier. Like, I'll actually use these straps and it will actually keep them secure because they're a lot easier. So, alright, here we go. First time looking at this headset, first time seeing all that, feeling all the haptics and stuff. Super, super excited. Please choose a skin tone. Oh, let's go with this one right here. How would you like to play? Definitely standing. Do you want subtitles? No, I don't really like subtitles in games. Securely and do not let go of them. Adjust and secure the strap. Yep, just did that. So we're good. Like I said, everything is completely black in here. I cannot see anything. Like, everything is completely black.
Another day in Zombieland. Living out of a paranoid tech bro's apocalypse bunker. Let's get you going.
I don't know.
Look at the marker and press the cross button to start.
So, as you can see here, we're right here in Zombieland, and the graphics already look much better than
Okay,
I remember
let's get you
looking at
going.
in Quest
Look
2.
straight ahead and press the cross button to start.
Before he continues to talk, but everything looks really good, and the FOV is definitely noticeable. And anybody who's played the
Look at the
Quest
marker
2
and press
or
the
the
cross
Quest Pro,
button to
like I
start.
have all the time,
That's
as soon as I put this on,
the
I can
lower of the
immediately
two
tell
buttons on your right
bigger
controller.
FOV vertically and horizontally, and very vertical. I'm just supposed to jump in at 10 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees.
Okay, let's get you going.
So,
Look straight ahead, look right,
there we go. Let's go ahead and do what
look
this guy
left.
says.
Oh, I'm Columbus, by the way. Let's train you up.
Okay.
Use the R2 button to fire your gun. Shoot the target.
Oh, the haptic feels great. The haptic feels great.
Time to reload.
Really feels
First,
like I have a
flick
gun.
the right stick down
Even
to
this
eject
right
the
here,
empty magazine.
so like when I'm shooting right now, there's no more bullets to shoot. I can feel the trigger got harder to actually hit. Because
You
it's
need to
not.
eject your magazine.
That's
Move the right stick down.
definitely cool.
Good.
Okay.
Gun's empty. Now to reload. Move your gun down to the magazine on your gun belt. Cool. Now shoot the targets, those bottles, whatever's left. Channel your inner fury.
It really feels like I'm firing a gun.
Shoot everything, especially those bottles. They smash real good. Nicely done.
Nice.
You'll be ready for real Z's in no time. Shit! Real Z's. Use the gun.
Game has a lot of humor to it also. The whole time there.
Don't tell Tallahassee I said that.
Because they will actually give you slow-mo and stuff when you actually get headshots, but obviously this is going
Look up. Okay, this is the most important thing you need to learn. There's more to rule number 2 than just double tap.
Okay.
Shoot this dummy twice in the head. I know you're still learning, but it's... Boom! There you go. See how everything's slowed down? That's adrenaline. Do it again.
Okay. No, actually, adrenaline,
Yes.
I was talking about something slow down.
Adrenaline.
So headshots
Do it again.
obviously are what you want.
Awesome. When adrenaline kicks in, everything except you slows down. Z's are easier to shoot, you have more time to aim, and it slows down the clock. Now, shoot the bottles. With adrenaline, they're moving way slower and are easier to shoot. Good shooting. That's how you do it. But don't get complacent. Remember the rules, especially Rule 2, double tap. Ooh, zombies. Double tap and chase that adrenaline.
There's my adrenaline. There's the headshot
Boy,
there.
what a rush. You're gonna want to get real good at getting adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline is a big thing in this game.
Up we go.
Really impressed with the graphics in this game. Of course, this is not pushing the
Look
PlayStation
down.
VR2.
You should find a shotgun down there, hanging on your head. Reach down with either hand. L2 button to fire. Reload with left stick like normal.
Now, this
There you
definitely
go.
kind of have to
Different weapons trigger adrenaline in different ways. Shoot and reload like normal. Go on. Pistols want you to double tap with headshots. Shotguns just need you to land a hit. Remember, you've got plenty of handgun ammo, but special weapon ammo is limited. Tallahassee's got a real street boner on these days, so if you want to impress him, you can do that. And if you want to be the fastest, you gotta use adrenaline. When the world is slow, you are fast. See? It's fine. You've got a gun. You're gonna be safe.
You start getting good at that now. You start free falling.
Unless it explodes. Crap.
Woo! That's how you make a motherfucking entrance.
Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded.
This is what I'm talking about. Finally, a proper mansion.
We lived in Beverly Hills.
It was kind of a shithole.
Hi, I'm, Little Rock.
So,
And you're not a zombie.
nope.
That's the guy.
Definitely not that.
On the wall there?
Yes, ma'am.
He's why we're here. Milo Smartick. You heard of him? Obsessed with challenges, like super competitive. Made a fortune in tech. After the apocalypse, he invented a zombie-killing race sport thing here in Palo Alto. It's kind of a new zombie kill of the week.
The Zombieland Invitational. Better known as the Nut Up Cup.
We're here to run it.
No, we're here to win it. How about you, Puddin' Pop? You got the huevos rancheros to give it a shot?
Oh my god, we could train you. I'm getting star athlete vibes.
I got 10 worthless pre-apocalypse dollars on a quick death for new guy here.
Rude?
I'll take that bet. New guy, you got yourself a coach.
Hey, new guy. Come over here for a second.
So one of
I
the
wanna show
things
you
before I go over there that I wanted to tell you guys from first hands-on impressions is I've seen a lot of people talk about something called Mura, M-U-R-A, which is basically this gray like filter almost that's over what looks to be almost like a filter, like if you were watching a show or something and you had like a filter over like a film grain or something like that. And that is what's happening here, and it is noticeable when you look for it, especially depending on the contrast and the colors and on what's on the screen. So right now, if I look for it and I pay attention for it, I can be like, oh yeah, there's the film grain filter that's kind of over it, but it's called Mura. And that, for those of you guys who don't know, is essentially what the issue is with the, even though they're using the lenses and stuff that you're using, it's not a Fresnel issue, it's the OLED. So the OLED screens give that effect off when you have the lenses like this. So there's nothing they can do about it because that's how OLEDs all work. But just so you guys know, when you guys put this on and you're like, oh, what's this like film grainy looking thing, if you look for it, it's definitely there. But as soon as you're playing games, I'm only looking for it because I knew people talking about it, so I easily spotted it. But as soon as you get into it, I mean, this game looks great. I don't know, obviously, how much it comes across on there. But this definitely looks better than what it did on the Quest 2. As somebody who played this game on the Quest 2, this is much better. Again, it's not a game that's taking advantage of the PS5 hardware, obviously, but it does look really nice in here, and it does look much better, and makes the game more fun. Because of course, it's visually more stunning and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and try. We'll try one level of.
We're
this
going
game,
to train you, so you don't
so
get
you guys can
killed
get
or
an idea
revs.
of how one level works.
Gain our respect by completing the missions in each course. Then we'll give you harder courses. When you're ready, you can try the Zombieland Invitational. Just please be careful and don't go dying on me.
I'll try. Alright, so we're going to obviously start on Rookie, and the colors of this are really good too. I will say, the colors are fantastic. So you can see that the whole point is to try and beat the level as fast as possible. And again, it's like a time crisis type game, and you can see the rankings on how fast I would have to finish the level. You can see the leaderboards based on, how fast someone has done it. Someone doing it in 24 seconds. Rewards for doing different things and stuff. So I'm probably gonna be terrible, because as you can tell with my aiming before, it didn't work out very well. But we'll see how it goes.
Here we go!
Alright, yeah, this looks so much better than the Quest 2 version. Like I said, that mirror thing I was talking about, right now I can't even tell. I would have to specifically stop and look for it. As I'm playing right now, even when I'm moving my head and just looking around, I can't really see it. I would have to stop staring.
Remember, double tap. It's a rule.
Yeah, that was a good start. Definitely not going to get a good time.
Throwers! Guess what they do? Yeah. He's winding up.
And back to the car.
Man, that was terrible. To get my first achievement, though. 134. That's not even a C. That's not bad, that was. Oh, 108. all I got was survive, because, you know, the adrenaline minus 26 seconds, so that's at least good. The more adrenaline you get, the time goes down. Target time was 107, so I was close, but either way, as you can see. Not great, but that was really fun. And again, I don't know
I'm
how
not
this
the
stuff
gunman.
represents
That's
on
Tallahassee.
You keep unlocking stuff
But
in this
I'm a very
game.
capable scavenger.
Visit,
I'll tell you all
Tallahassee
about it
First.
in
So let's go ahead and do
excruciate.
that real quick before we close out of this game.
I suppose I can help.
So you can go over there. There's a gun range over there, so that's really cool. You can also, you know, just explore. There's different things that open up throughout the game. But if I go over here to the gun range,
As much as I'd be happy not to, they're making me help train you. The rich dude whose house we're in apparently has a shooting range, 'cause of course he does. Maybe some of the skills you learn will help you survive. Or not. Whatever.
okay. So let's just go in here real quick just to show you guys here. You have the gun range here. You can do the training. All of them have the same type of ranking and stuff. So you can go against your friends and stuff.
Yay! Come back through.
Oh, I got an S on that. Take it. 21 seconds. That seemed really easy. I don't know how anybody would take a minute to get through those stones. But anyway, I'm gonna take it for what it's worth and take my S ranking and not.
Not bad. If you can do that with a pistol, you're gonna like what I've got for you over here in the kitchen.
Yeah, so in
Hint,
the kitchen you can
It
upgrade
starts with a
weapons
G
and get new weapons.
and ends with uns.
Yeah, so see, he has an SMG now, so if we go over here. Down
You
to
can
the-
take 2 guns into a course, so just come to me if you want to switch them out.
switch out
You
to
have
the
plenty of
stuff.
ammo in your handgun, but your special weapon, like the shotgun, it'll run out quick as a cricket. You can upgrade guns too, so do that. Now go see Little Rock about the next course.
Yeah, so like I said, you can kind of switch your shotgun here. So if I don't want the shotgun, I can switch that out. This is my main one. There's also this, get more TP for gun upgrades when you shoot zombies, shoot toilet rolls for even more. So you can shoot the toilet rolls when they come at you in different levels and get even more. You can switch this out, which is really cool. And you can see here's the SMG he was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and buy that of your arsenal, and now take an SMG into battle instead. You can obviously choose the next level, and obviously you get the idea of what this game is like. I obviously want to, when this is in a full-on review, I'll be doing that in the coming days and weeks when I review each game, but early impressions of this game is, of course, it looks really good, really fun. Haptics on the controller feel great. I have not gotten hit in the head to feel the haptic feedback on the headset, because I should have let one of those zombies kill me, because that probably would have happened, but the haptics on the guns feel really good on here. But let's go ahead and step out of this one here, and go into the quick settings here. And is this thing on full volume? No, it wasn't. I should have figured, because it did sound a little low. So, actually, real quick, since I'm here, I do want to make sure that, yeah, I mean, that's fine. We'll leave it as is. Alright, so yeah, let's step out of this. Let's go ahead and go back to the home menu here. So that is Zombieland Headshot Fever there. That was really, really fun. Again, we'll go back to my game library here, showing you the PSVR2 collection. Kayak is probably the next one I want to do, unless if someone else has a different opinion, but I'm going to step out of the headset for a minute, see what the chat's been talking about, see if you guys have any questions on this game. Alright, we'll put that down here for a minute. Let's see what we guys, looks like there's been a few comments here, so let's see what's going on here in the chat. So you're saying that you're telling me to turn you can only hear me, so you can't hear the gameplay that much? Is that what you were getting at? I'm assuming. Let me know, and I'll turn I do have the gameplay slightly down a little bit, but I can turn the gameplay up, the gameplay audio up if you're saying you can't hear it too much. So I will put this back. I'll put the gameplay back to normal. I'm assuming that's what you meant. You said you can't turn the gameplay down, but I think you meant turn the gameplay up because you can only hear me. So I could, like I said, turn that up. And obviously, I missed it on here, but Michael Palma, thanks for joining the Techie family and subscribing. Missed it when I was in the game there. Do you get dizzy from VR? I do not get dizzy from VR, but I also have played VR since it first came out. I had the original Rift, the CV1. I've had, obviously I have the Quest 2. I've had the Quest 1. I have HTC Vive Pro. I've had the Index. I have the Quest Pro sitting over there. So the only game that has actually made me sick, and still does for some reason, because I'm not going to say VR doesn't make me sick ever, because there's always going to be that one game that may get you, but generally I don't get sick in anything I play. But funny enough, the game that actually got announced that is being taken offline from Oculus, which is obviously made by Ready at Dawn, is that oh no, I can't remember the name. It's gonna drive me insane. It's the game that I can't remember the name, but you guys know exactly what game I'm talking about. From Ready at Dawn, that just got their servers taken down, that they're going to be happening or their servers are going to be taken down in the summer. That's the only game that's gotten me sick. I guess it's because obviously you're in space and it's zero gravity and stuff like that. And that's a game that always gets me sick and stuff after playing for 20 minutes, and I have to usually take a break. But other than that, I can spend hours and hours in VR. I usually don't have many issues at all in that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next game because we got a few games here to go through that I want to get through on this live stream. So the next one I'm gonna take a look at is Kayak VR Mirage. I'm gonna check that one out because that is a game that has really high graphics. It's not going to be Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's going to probably be just right up there. This is a game that I have played on PC VR already. It doesn't exist on anything else but Steam and PC VR. It doesn't exist on the Quest or anything. The Quest could never run this game. It really pushes the boundaries, and from what everyone says, it looks basically almost just as good as the PC, even with a 4090, but looks even better because you're using OLED screens and because of the haptics of the headset and the controllers and stuff. Most people are still saying they prefer it on the PSVR 2, regardless if it's a tad bit better on the PC with a 4090 that most people probably don't have anyway. But regardless, it's apparently like almost indistinguishable from the PC VR version, so I'm excited to see as somebody who's played it. So let's go ahead and dive into Kayak VR Mirage, and let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? I'm not even going to take my phone over there because every time we play a game, I'm just going to go ahead and take the headset off. So let's see what we have going on here. This is actually a game that I could probably play sitting. I should play sitting down. I'm not going to go ahead and grab my seat. I'm just going to go ahead and sit on the floor. Hopefully you guys can still see me, but not much for you to see while I'm playing this game anyway. It's more like a game. As long as you can hear me, that should really be all that matters. So, let's get to it. While that's loading up, I should probably put my headphones in. Probably hear something if I do that. So far, the headset has been really comfortable. Oh, that load goes so fast. That's another thing we gotta talk about. The loading of these games, of course, because it's on an SSD from the PlayStation 5, is something that most people are not getting. Excuse me, are not getting on the PC. You have to understand how long it's actually on the PC. So here we are with Oh, sorry, reverse. this level here, specifically right now, I can't see that crack. That film right now. Actually, I can see the film right now more apparent than any of the other. And any of the games. Alright, so let's take a little break. Let's check out what the chat is doing here. Let's check out the chat. Alright. So while we talk here for a few minutes, I am going to take these controllers for a minute off my hands, and I'm going to, because I see that there was one bar left, just for the next 10 minutes or so, while we're talking, just kind of plug them in, get a little bit of a charge, only because I want them to last, obviously. The controllers last about 4 hours, just so you guys know, on a full charge, 4 to 5. Oh, now the volume is apparently too loud and you can't hear anything I'm saying. So the person who told me to raise it before, I should go back to where it was. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I guess the music in that game was way too loud, so I am going to lower this back to the way it was. Like I said, I haven't live streamed in a while, so some of these things you gotta, especially I've never live streamed the PSVR, so sometimes you gotta mess with the settings a little bit to get things right. So this is our first live stream. Things will obviously be better as things go on. Alright, so if you guys are in here and you're watching, we just finished playing Kayak and taking a short break here for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions about the PSVR, obviously let me know. This is the library that I have here today so far. A lot of games to play. I'm not going to get through all of them today. We'll be doing live streams for a while and reviewing these games, but you can see my library here. We just finished playing Kayak, and we did play Zombieland before, which all look great. I'm kind of in the mood here to try something a little bit music-based right now. So maybe we'll try Pistol Whip next, see how that runs on here and how it looks. So, with that being said, what I will do while we're giving this a couple of minutes for the controllers to charge. So I got these headphones here, and let me switch the view here for a second, so you guys can see these a little bit up close and see me up close. Let me bring the chair here for a minute. We'll bring the headset over here as well. So like I said, the headphones on this are pretty good. I've just used them for the last couple of games, and the headphones that are on here are pretty good, but I do want to kind of get this down. I'm going to remove these headphones for the time being. They go in really easily, like I said. And we're going to try something else here. So I'm going to take these out. We're going to put these to the side. And these headphones that I have here are the ones that I was using on my Quest, and I want to see if they work on the PSVR, because they use a clamp mechanism, as you guys can see here. I've reviewed these on the channel. I think I reviewed them on the channel. And they just like clamp onto the side, so they're supposed to be compatible with a lot of different headsets, which is why I was interested. And the sound quality was pretty good. So I want to see if these clip on well or not on the PSVR 2. So, with that being said, this is supposed to be the right side here, and this would be where I would want it to clip. And I guess the answer to that is going to be no, because they don't clip far enough. So I'm not going to be able to use these, because their grip that opens up to get into a headset here, this grip right here, that these headphones go in, they're not going to, the band is too small. See how thin the band is, like over here? I'm not going to be able to clip it on there, unless if I like, no, I can't clip it on up there, that would make no sense, and then clipping it over here just seems weird. Yeah, because it won't, this is too, the back is too tall, so that ain't going to work, and then this is not, it's too thin, so it doesn't go any closer to that grip than that, and that's just too thin, so it would fit up here the size of this strap, but then obviously the headset itself is in the way there, so you can't do it there. So I guess, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use... I was hoping that I could use these for the Quest and the PSVR, but I don't think that's going to happen. Unless... No, because then it's got like this black thing up here. Yeah, this isn't going to work out very well. I don't think. I don't think this is going to have any way to grip on. Yeah. Nope. No way for this to grip on. So, I'm not going to be able to use these headphones. But we will put these to the side because that's not going to happen. So much for that. So, what we will use though is we will try these Pulse 3D headphones now, the ones officially made by Sony. So, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the adapter for this thing. See how this sounds. Alright, I got the adapter here. And guys, whoever's tuning in and stuff, ask any questions you want, whatever you have on the PSVR, ask it. I'll be doing live streams all the time on the PlayStation VR2. Of course, I'm going to be doing a lot of game reviews, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, so you guys can, you know, stay tuned to all the stuff I have coming with the PSVR. Alright, so we got that plugged in. Go ahead and power this on. This should connect here. There it goes. Now, I can hear the PSVR here. Now what I want to make sure, and I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the... What I want to make sure is that you guys can still hear me fine, like you don't hear any echo, because I don't know what the microphone on the PSVR does, if it's going to start echoing. Can you guys let me know in the chat if anyone's hearing me twice, or any weirdness with the audio just happened? I don't know what the mic does with this, because obviously I have no idea what the mic is going to do. It'd be great if the mic doesn't interfere, because then I could leave the mic on for this when there's games that are using the mic. People are talking, and then this one's just capturing my voice, so that would work out great. But let me know in the chat if anyone's having trouble hearing me before we start the next game here in the next minute. Like I said, we're going to try Pistol Whip next. I want to just see what that game runs like and what it looks like. Checking my phone to make sure no important notifications happened or anything. And there has not been. So I don't hear anybody saying anything in the chat, so I can only assume that things are okay. And that we don't have any issues going on, so that's what I'm going to go with the assumption of. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with some Pistol Whip then. Like I said, if you guys have any issues with the audio of the game, especially because that one's music driven, and hopefully you guys can still hear me, make sure you let me know how that is working, because sometimes it's a game by game basis, because obviously Pistol Whip is going to be very music based. So let's go ahead and get that set up here. We're going to go ahead and play some Pistol Whip. Go ahead and get this chair out of the way again. those actually came charged, but ain't nothing we can do about that right now. So let's go ahead and take this off, put these on. Alright, so we got these on. Let's see how comfortable these fit over the headset. They do fit over the headset really well, as you would expect. It fits like kind of like a glove on my head, with the way that that fits right underneath where it's supposed to. I definitely feel engrossed into everything. Let's put these straps back on here. Get them tightened up. Like I said, these straps are so much better than the Quest Pro and the Quest 2. These are so much easier to kind of just put on your wrist. So much better. Alright, so I really gotta get used to like how to hold these controllers. It's still finagle. Like, there we go. Like the Quest Pro is always really easy, but I'm still trying to figure out how to hold this right every time. Alright, so real quick, just go into the settings, make sure the audio is all the way up here. I know that the USB output is the wired headset, that's fine. But I think it just wants me to use the audio. There we go. We're just going to use that. Now that that's all the way up, I'm going to hold these controllers good. There will be a day where I hold these correctly the first time I put them in my hands without being able to see anything. But, alright, looks like we got like 2 bars on the on these controllers, which is good. Better than alright, so pistol whip. We are going to play the PS5 version, of course. Pistol Whip is a fantastic game, and they just came out with the trailer today that they're releasing more content in May, so I'm super excited because this game is amazing. As much as I love Saber.
Pistol Whip.
Alright, here at the main menu, just so everyone gets an idea. I know I keep talking about it, but it's good for everyone to know. I do not see any of that weird film grain, or I can, but very, very minimal of it. I'll let the whole for it. The only one that game that has better screen has so far, or not bad, but just really noticeable, is that dark scene in Cayenne. The other scenes in Cayenne were fun. It's time to blast, duck, and dodge your way into an action hero ready to enter the fray, run through the basics to get into fighting form. And again, I will say this again. I'm not a person that cares like too much about like certain things in VR, but FOV is definitely really, really cool. The fact that I'm sitting here, because I've played the Quest 2 and the Quest Pro so much, that this 15 degrees that I'm getting more, because it's about 110 degrees in the PSVR 2 and the Quest is more around 95, depending on who you are. This is a much more engrossing experience, because when I look straight ahead, I can see more of my visuals, like horizontally and vertically. So this is definitely really cool to be able to kind of feel more engrossed into there. So that's definitely something I really like doing with the Quest 2. Guys, it's time to blast, duck, dodge your way into the action hero legend, ready to enter the fray. Let's do it. Definitely feel like it's true. You have to really pull it. That feels good. The reload even makes it feel like the weapon. Like when it reloads, I can feel it. Sometimes hard to realize what rhythm it actually wants. Punch him. I was like, what the hell's going on? Alright, trophy earned. And here we go. So we have to play some scenes before we can unlock contracts in the campaign and stuff. So I guess it wants me to either do arcade or training or pass around the headset with local leaderboards. So that's really cool that you can pass the headset are very different from another because they have different animations, different graphics and stuff. It's not just like, it's very different. That's my point. You guys will see. Let's do the classic ones first, so you guys get an idea, and then we'll go into something more different. Let's say.
Black
I think the trigger over here is interesting. You gotta like really hold it. It's not even letting us leaderboards, all that stuff. And I felt the rumble in the headset for the first time in all of our games. Let's try it. I'll be more focused this time. It's hard to play these games sometimes while also talking. Definitely felt the beats on that last run. There you go. We got a nice ranking. We got an A. So you can see the hits that I got. You can see my accuracy, not perfect. On beat was 91.9, so you can see I was on beat for most of those. Trying to hit it with the music, the beat score, beat combo, pistol whips. So this is when you whip them with the gun, which is cool. Ready to take it to the next level, master the ins and outs of scoring, dodging, and army recovery. You can find these tutorials. Alright, so we're not going to be able to see all the modifiers and stuff until you actually complete more of these arcade ones. So we're going to do one more here. Better accuracy though. Then you can see the balloon boards there. Really cool. So like I said, when you actually continue playing this, like these scenes, these are like campaigns that they've made, which are really cool. Obviously, Pistol Whip, and the theory that you guys see will drastically change. They'll actually have a story attached to it. You know, they do some really cool stuff. Obviously, I can't show you that because I have to continue playing, and we have some more games to get to. That was 2 of the songs, but you guys get the idea. Alright, so that was some Pistol Whip. It does look really, really good in here, I will say. That looks fantastic. It runs great. It's hard for me to tell. I mean, I guess it does look much like, you know, it obviously has a much cleaner look and stuff like that, and it runs like smooth and all that kind of stuff. But this game in particular, it's hard for me to tell how much better it looks in the Quest 2 because it's not that type of game. So the other games that I played before this were really obvious that they look better than what I've seen before, or as good as some of the stuff I've seen. This just looks really, really good. I mean, Pistol Whip is fantastic, and it looks great on here. Go back to the main menu. Alright. So here's my collection again. So I would think we need to move on to something interesting again. So I think for the next one I would want to do is probably Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge. That would be the next one I would want to do. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and check the chat for a minute. I forgot I have headphones on. Headphones do sound really good, by no surprise. Alright, so no questions or anything from anyone anymore so far, which is fine. Let's see. Alright, so let's move on to the next one then. Looks like we're good to go. Again, if you guys have anything you guys want to ask or gameplay or anything, make sure you let me know. But so far we're so good. And for this game here, Star Wars the Enhanced Edition apparently is drastically much better because this one was another one that only released on the Quest 2. So this is going to look drastically better from what I heard than the Quest 2 port. They did a really good job with the Enhanced Edition. And this also includes the DLC. And just to let you guys know, the first 3 hours of this game were not the DLC, it was the original story and wasn't as good, which is obviously what you're going to see. It's just not as engaging and as cool as the later 7 hours. So the game's about 8 to 10 hours total with the DLC included. So the DLC expanded the game by a lot. The original game was only 3 hours, and the DLC added like it to be, you know, 8 to 10 hours depending on how long you take. But like I said, the DLC is the way better game as far as gameplay and just cool stuff you're doing. But still a Star Wars game in the first 3 hours. I didn't hate it. It's just definitely not as good. still can't get over how pitch black everything looks in here. Like with these OLED displays, like right now. This is great. The loading times in the PS2 are so much better. Even though someone's using an SSD. So this is the intro here. It's fantastic already. Headphones than the other one, but not exactly sure yet if it's worth like the hassle of charging these separately and putting them on, not just using them once a month. But it is better. Is this like teleport? Kind of turns on. Of course, the default option is not going to let you free move, but I hate teleport, and as somebody who is used to that stuff, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Oh, you're already awake. Let me power everything up. Might take a sec. It's very quaint how you biotics have to sleep all the time, even though it seems like a colossal waste of your lifespan, but it does give inquisitive droids the opportunity to look through your things. That's an upside. Dropping into synchronous orbit. Now. No one's mentioning about you while I'm at the helm. How'd that be for homecoming? And looks like the ferry loader will be docking in... only a few minutes away. I hope you feel rested enough for another glorious day crewing a droid parts freighter. Head to the cargo hold and we can get the pageantry started.
That's the cargo loading area.
Few jumps through hyperspace and everything's gone to the rusty beyond. Coupler must be out again. Feels like this is a job for your handy all-kit tool. I'd swoop in and save the day, but I'm busy being the best pilot the galaxy's ever seen. Batu's actually pretty fun up here. I know some people prefer places like Coruscant, and you can count me among them. Closer to the action. boss is on the holler for us.
Welcome home, briefly. Only enough time to get your cargo unloaded, and then it's off to pick up more parts for the droid depot. You're due in the bit system in the 32 standard hours. How's everything going?
Well, I know you got a good deal on this barge, Mubo, but it's falling apart. Maybe our next ship can be something more nimble? Like an X-Wing?
We're not getting an X-Wing, Jax.
Give me one good reason.
I built you to pilot the freighter.
Give me two good reasons.
Oh, that means the loader just launched. Back to work.
The next container is ready. Coordinates are coming your way. Make sure to scan those parts from Ryloth. They must be tagged for buffer. I moved the container into position and pinged your compass with the coordinates. I know you wanted to get off Batu and see the galaxy, but did you ever think it would be as glamorous as doing things like scanning parts containers? So, remember when we were on Trandoshan and you stopped at that diner? Well, I interfaced with the security droid, and it told me they allow droids in the Resistance. Good. The remote droids. Be careful. Those can be nasty.
I don't know if the other one was upstairs and I just missed it and came downstairs.
of those times when a cloaked trader in the corner of a dimly lit cantina pays you a lot of credits to transport 2 special packages? This is like that, but we're certainly not smuggling them. But we're probably also not smuggling them. Just get them planet side.
That's the ferry loader. That means, let me just confirm. Yes, you're going to have to turn on the docking beacon from there. They're approaching from the port side, so that'll be the console you want.
Like I said, the game starts off pretty slow, but then it really picks up.
They're connected. Go ahead and uncouple the first hold. One down. Huh. Sensors say there's another. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get us out. They're attached. It's running now. Hulkridge, get to the crate I marked. There's a pistol stowed inside.
I'll drop the blast door behind you. I'm sorry. That door doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. Death.
I'll show these pirates what.
Hi. Hello. Look, the First Order is paying a small fortune for a piece of your cargo, and lucky you, we're here to claim it. So, there are two ways this can go. You can hide and weep and just hope really, really hard we don't find you. But eventually, it's always, oh, there you are. Blam, blam, dead. Or option two, you just put your hands up. It's pretty easy. Just like this. I give up, Tara. See? I bet I can get a good price for you on Zagaria. So, think about it. See you soon.
how dark it is in here. I would think I just turned it off.
Should have given up. We aren't your average raiders, little deckhand. You're tangling with the Guavian Death Gang. Means you should ask yourself, is one piece of cargo really worth it?
You have to jettison the cargo so they can't get it!
Hey, idiots! Get in there and make that stop! You hear that? The ship just dipped into Batu's atmosphere. So, you can ride it into the dirt like a giant metal coffin. Or you can get out with us. Just put the blaster down and give us what we came for.
You have to jettison the cargo! Then get to the escape pod!
Everyone, back to the ship! The target just got shot to the surface. Well, good job. You're literally going to go down with the ship. Unless I personally kill you first. That feels like it'll be more satisfying. Let's do that.
Oh, perfect. Now the escape pod. Okay, I set your coordinates for the Sami and Sons junk pile. That should cushion the pod's landing. Stay alive and meet me in Cecil Slack's cantina. Small hitch. She hit the life support system. Only has the oxygen that's currently inside. Ruby, you're gonna have to get... No? No? Well, you'll have to do. So, everything's fine. Totally fine. Unrelated note. If you start to feel like going to sleep, maybe don't. And is Jax with you? I'm not receiving a signal.
That's the entrance of Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. Way better looking than Quest 2. Night and day difference. Like, I can't wait to replay this through again. I didn't even finish it on the Quest 2. I didn't play through the whole DLC, so this is going to be awesome. So this is the cantina again. You might not be able to show this stuff from, so this is where we're going.
Get out of here! Hey, you're paying for that! I'll show you for hey, this is my bar! I stood up to Hogan's stuff, buddy. I can stand up to you. Please!
We will pause it right there. That gives you guys a good look into Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy's Edge. Really, really impressed with people that commented on this one and counted feedback on the headset and all that stuff. That's awesome. Alright, let's take this off here. Let's go ahead and take these headphones off as well. I'm not even facing the right direction, but that's not a surprise. Alright. That was awesome. And a lot better than I expected. Cool stuff. Alright, so the stream has been going for over 2 hours at this point. I really wanted to get to other games and show you guys other stuff in Horizon and stuff like that, but obviously Horizon is a game that a lot of people have shown anyway. I do want to show off more games, and I do want to try other games, of course, but since I am on the East Coast and it is 8 o'clock and I still haven't even made dinner for myself, we're going to have to end the stream here so I can go ahead and get some dinner. So I will be back again tomorrow to show even more games for you guys, so if you guys are interested in the live stream, stay tuned tomorrow. I will have a link on the channel tonight to remind you guys about the stream so you guys can look at that, and we'll be back tomorrow to show some other games besides the one that we showed today. And of course, we'll have some, reviews and stuff like that in the coming days and the coming weeks of all the different games that we're playing here as I play through some of these and give you guys my thoughts. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And for all you guys who joined and asked questions in the chat, thank you guys for joining. And thank you for the new subscribers that we got in today's video as well. And again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.